Can you trust AI to walk or watch your baby? Can you trust an AI grill to cook up whatever meat you put on it just using AI? Well, we're gonna answer those questions and so many more because I'll be pushing the AI products I purchased today to their absolute limits to see whether or not the future is already upon us, if you could trust AI to do a bunch of these things. So with that being said, let's do this. All right, guys, this first AI product we're gonna be testing is an AI baby stroller. So this is made by the company Gluckskind, and this thing is a $2,400 baby stroller that promises to do things like enhance your pushing, rock your baby back and forth, and even a hands-free cruise control feature that lets you literally push the cart without even touching it. I got a realistic baby right here, so I'm gonna be testing all these different functions to see whether or not this AI baby stroller is ultimately worth the steep price of $2,400. I highly doubt it. Now, the reason it's AI is because it detects a lot of its surroundings. So for instance, it has a webcam right here that also acts as a sensor, as well as down here with something similar. And then I think throughout this entire stroller, just in a bunch of different places, there's different sensors that basically give it good spatial awareness. So before I even push it, I wanna see if the rock my baby feature works, so it just goes back and forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and long press this, I think.
Rock my baby engaged.
And here it is. So let's say I'm talking with another parent, my baby's just being rocked. So if I want to get him to sleep or something, his name is Bob, he's just gonna be, I guess, on his own. The robot is cradling him. Now, the number one reason people buy this stroller is because of the AI push function. So when I touch it, like, I am not pushing anything. So right now, like, I could just put one hand on this, look, and the entire thing's going. So if you're a parent and I guess you're just on a walk or something, getting a little bit tired, put on this AI mode and you can do anything. I mean, and there you have it. And that's the brake function that was just enabled as well. But how good are these brakes? Because it does have safety brake detection software within it. So it detects certain things, I believe, like barriers, inclines, declines, and if you're going too fast of a speed, it'll apparently stop as well. So first scenario, let's say I'm walking my baby and then I decide to abruptly stop. Not bad. That was a pretty quick stop. It detected that I stopped because I think I was too far away from these points and the entire thing stopped. Great. Now what if I abruptly stop, like, okay, even though I was with it, it did a good job of detecting that I was no longer touching it. So the brakes do work, at least in these two situations. But how about on a decline? So right here is a parking garage ramp. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, you know what? Inside of 6 feet, it does make the stop. But that's only the beginning because it does have, as I mentioned, a hands-free feature called cruise control. So this is what cruise control looks like. I triple tap this and look, hands-free. It just goes. It like detects my speed and then you could push the baby without even touching it. And this works even if you're going fast. So I'm walking really fast and it's matching my speed so long as I'm in front of the sensors. Let's see if this cruise control works down a ramp though. I think it's good on the decline. It is able to detect that, but I have a better idea. I'm gonna test its collision software, which I don't know if it has, I'm pretty sure it does, but if I get close to something, will it stop regardless of if I'm in front of it? Sorry, Bob. Ooh, so the stroller's actually pretty tough. It ended up taking some of those concrete hits and our baby is still fine, but I think I know how we can push this further. So it's clearly unable to detect barriers, but could it detect a change in elevation? So for instance, if you're going from flat to a stair, for instance, is it gonna stop before that? Let's try it out. Actually, it did stop. Like, look, the brake is enabled as the tires are like half on, half off. And the emergency brake was actually just applied. So it did work for that. I'm sure with enough speed though, it wouldn't work. So I want to try this. Bob almost fell out notably too. Don't worry, Bob, I'll protect you. You won't be flying out at any point in this segment.
Please contact support by messaging through the companion app. Warning! Invalid orientation detected.
Bob went flying. This thing did not detect the stairs and it told me to contact support. So hopefully the stroller isn't broken. This thing was $2,500 because I still have another crazy thing I want to test. For this ultimate test here, I have Bob and his sister. So I'm going to be pushing 2 babies in 1 AI stroller. And I want to see if the brake detection software is going to go into place if I'm going for a run, for instance, and I approach an obstacle like a barrier. All right, here we go. Oh, what's that? Oh no, my baby. Oh. All right, so that's the AI stroller. It works, honestly, but if you do push it to its absolute limits, you are gonna have a situation like Bob over there. With that said, let's see what else we got because there's some even crazier products that we're gonna be pushing. New room unlocked because we are in the garage right now because the next AI product I'm gonna be testing is the Brisket AI Grill. Now the reason it's AI is because they have an app in which you could literally upload a picture of the food that you wanna cook and it detects basically based on the type of food, how long it should cook for and what temperature it should cook at. This is what it looks like. I mean, it looks like a pretty standard grill, maybe like a Traeger grill or something. You got the brisket in the stainless steel. It's actually designed quite nicely. And then when you open it up, I have it preheating a little bit, but as you can see, 2 nice racks and then a nice little touchscreen thing here. This is what the app looks like. So on here, this is Vera. How can I help you grill today? I'm gonna say, hey Vera, I have this. This meaning some all natural ground beef. So I'm gonna take a picture of this and then I'm gonna see what the recommendation is to cook this up. And then here, as you can see, smoky pellet grill burgers from 1 pound of ground beef. And it tells you exactly what to do. And it has a button right here that says send to grill. So you could send these instructions to the grill and apparently we'll cook this accordingly. So I'm gonna open this up, throw it on the grill and see if it does exactly what it said. So this is the ground beef I sent to it. So I'm gonna throw this on the grill here. It's a nice big Angus patty. It's about the size of a normal hamburger, right? And I'll even take one more picture of it so it knows the exact size. And now it's asking me, do you want to cook this recipe with automated cooking? I'm gonna confirm it. Whoa, okay, it actually started working. Now the brisket grill is smart enough to know what it can and can't cook. So I have a screwdriver right here. So for instance, if you take a picture of the screwdriver and say, how do I cook this? This is what you get. It says, I can only help with cooking food on a wood pellet grill. Please show or describe the food you want to cook. I'll even say, a screwdriver. To which Vera responds and says, a screwdriver is not food and must not be cooked. I think the coolest thing so far is it could detect the size of the ground beef, so it calls it a giant ground beef patty. Because I didn't break it up into mini burgers, I actually just made one giant burger, and it is cooking it accordingly. So it is smart in the sense that it doesn't just give you a classic standard size burger recipe, you get whatever the size of your meat is. Okay, so it's officially done. Now it's giving me a shutting down notice, shutting down in 14 minutes and 55 seconds. But let's see if our mega patty has been cooked by the AI grill. Whoa, look at that. That is looking good. That is a juicy patty right there. Wait a second. Let me go ahead and bun this up, plate it a bit, put some pickles on it, and I'm gonna eat this bad boy. It's a pretty good looking burger. It's like a smash burger. But yeah, I mean, it's cooked beautifully. There's not really any issues with this. I definitely recommend using an AI grill to cook your burgers. All right, now here goes a bite. Actually great. That is a good tasting burger. The Brisket AI Grill, absolutely recommend for cooking your burgers. This thing cooked it perfectly. Something else I want to try is to see if the AI Grill will cook my baby. I wonder if it detects it as like chicken or something. So I'm gonna take a picture of this baby right here and I want to see what it says. And Vera says, this is not food and you must never cook this. I can only help you cook safe edible ingredients on a wood pellet grill. All right, so unfortunately it detected that the baby is not food. But what if we lather it up in barbecue sauce and a bunch of seasoning? Are we able to fool it then? Then will it cook our baby? So I'm gonna lather our baby in a bunch of barbecue sauce now to prepare him because I do wanna season it and see if that's the reason why it wasn't detecting it. Maybe it has like facial recognition software. So let's cover him in barbecue. I think limbs are pretty human as well. So now that the baby is lathered up in barbecue sauce, I wanna see if it'll give me instructions on how to cook it. So I'll take a picture. How should I cook this? I'm not able to provide cooking instructions for an item shaped like a human baby. If it's actually a cake, candy, or other food, okay, I'm gonna say, this is barbecue chicken. Maybe that'll fool him. Oh my gosh, I was able to override it and it says, okay, smoked barbecue chicken. They call it novelty shape. So I wonder if I put this on the grill now, if it's able to detect it and cook it. I guess that's the next natural step. Fits like a glove. If this starts, the detection software has failed. Send to grill. Oh my gosh, it ignited the grill. There's no way. The flames officially went on and it's currently preheating with the baby chicken figure in there. So it's at 130 degrees. If this goes up, that's insane. Okay, here we go. It's at 132 degrees now, 133. Oh, this is heating up. Poor Bob is in here. He's been through so much already. Oh, it is smoking right now. This cannot be good. I think the baby, I would not try this, but the baby is probably melting in there because it's made of silicone and stuff. So I'm gonna pull this up and see what this is about. All right, all the smoke is gone, so this is the big reveal. It cooked the baby, apparently. I don't know if I could show you that. What happened to it? Everything is turned. It melted against this. There's like wax and stuff coming down. Actually, all things considered, he doesn't look too bad for being cooked for like 10 minutes on 350. But that's the AI grill. Would I recommend it? Probably not. I don't think it's necessarily the best thing for cooking all of your meat needs. I'm sorry, Bob. All right, let's move on to the next AI product and push things even further. All right, for this next AI product that we're gonna test, apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony. I don't know if this is gonna be possible. Where vibe coding meets drag and drop freedom. We'll see about that. All right, let me try to make up a site to sell some like theoretical Sambucha kombucha. Make me a site about Sambucha kombucha. Make it look nice and pretty and highlighting the product. Refine my prompt. Okay, let's do that. All right, that's so much better. All right, generate my site. So now Aria, my AI assistant, is planning things out a bit, so I'm gonna let it cook. Okay, just finishing the build and wow, are you kidding me? I typed in like the dumbest prompt and then I refined it, then I generated a site. Now I have an actual website. Oh, and I like how I have full customization. Like, look at this. I could just change the text. I could change the corners, the formatting, the menu, or I could ask Aria. I really like this hybrid approach where AI does like a bulk of the speed work at the beginning, and then I have the control to customize it at the end. It blends vibe coding, agentic AI, and drag and drop all into one editor. And here I am in the center just making any adjustments I want. So with Wix Harmony, you get flawless functionality, total security, and lightning speed from the get-go. Behind the scenes, Wix is handling all security and site management, so you can just focus on optimizing your website. So go ahead and create a website today by clicking the link in the description or scanning this QR code on screen. And make sure to send me some of your website creations on Instagram, and I will be going through some of the best ones, and I will let you know who the winner is. All right, so this one definitely works, obviously. So let's move on to another AI product and test limits even further. The next AI product we're gonna be taking a look at is the Cubo AI Smart Baby Monitor 3. Now this baby monitor is kind of similar to the stroller in that it helps with infant protection. And this one in particular says that it has a lot of different capabilities, but namely, it's the world's first covered face detection AI baby monitor, which just means that if a baby is about to suffocate by having something over its face, it will detect it and then let you know. It also says that it's a Cubo AI exclusive that has cough detection. So again, if your baby's coughing up a storm, you're able to know immediately. It even has danger zone detection. So if your baby's about to fall out of the crib, for instance, it'll let you know, and so much more. So what better way to do this than bring back our baby? So let's get testing and see if this AI baby monitor can truly protect our baby. Comes in a nice big box. So I think there's a lot of different parts in here. It is packaged really nicely. Look at that cute little sticker. And then when you open it up here, all right. And then here is the actual Cubo AI device. It's like a little bird. It's got a smiley face and it has a little webcam here, which I think acts as like the main sensor. So it knows if the baby's crying, if the baby's about to fall, or if it's about to suffocate. All right, let me go ahead and hook this whole thing up, and then we are going to simulate what it's like if you're using this AI baby monitor and if it can truly protect your baby. So the Cubo AI baby detector device is all fully set up now, and we have Bob currently in the crib. That's his name. And we're gonna run a bunch of different trials to see if this is actually a good thing that you should use on your infant. So it does a lot of different things. I mean, right off the bat, there was like a humidity detection, so there might be too much here. So the baby's probably suffocating already if it was a real baby. But let's go ahead and do a couple of fun little tests. So the first thing I want to test is if it can truly detect if the baby rolls over. So I'm just going to reach in and just put him on his side here, and we'll see if I get some sort of notification. So the baby has rolled over. Oh! Bob rolled over. Through image recognition, Cubo AI detects if the baby rolls over, and it looks like it did. All right, so far so good. Now what if he decides to just go in reverse here and do that? The baby is literally on its head right now. What is that? I got a little chirping, but there's no actual alert. It's a little bit wanky, but overall it does detect movement, so that's good to see. Rollovers aren't gonna be the biggest issues we're gonna have with this toddler though, because the Cubo AI promises to detect if the baby's getting suffocated. So what I wanna do is his bib, for instance, let's say he's sleeping and this happens. Oh no, the baby, he's choking, he can't breathe. Time is of the essence. Nothing? His face is fully covered. Come on, Cubo. Okay, hold on. Let me get like a foreign object and then put it over. So here I have a Bluey costume that I wore one day for Halloween. So let's say I'm entertaining my baby in the Bluey costume. The baby's super excited. I lay him down in the crib and then I'm like, all right, time to go. And I do that. Is that not the definition of being smothered and suffocating? What if I just put my hands over his mouth? Let's say you have a bad actor that sneaks into the baby's crib area. Oh, you can't breathe, you can't breathe, you can't breathe. Bob rolled over. I got a Bob rolled over. That's what you're telling me this is, right now Bob is rolling over, that's what's happening. And we've only done 4 different tests. At the very least, let's see if Cubo will alert me as a parent if Bob gets stolen out of his crib. So if somebody just sneaks up and they decide to take him, he's out of the zone now. At least, come on, please. my child was stolen from me, and I didn't even get baby rollover alert. So a lot of the movement isn't detected or falsely detected. It does say that it can also detect when the baby is coughing or crying. So I'm gonna simulate that now, and we're gonna see if it can actually tell me that. So let's say my baby is laying down, all looks good, Cubo, no problems here. And then, our baby's coughing up a lung and there's nothing happening here. Your baby could literally be having tuberculosis and there's no alert. There's not even like a sound, like movement. Okay, what about crying? So I'm gonna go ahead and put on like a YouTube video of a baby crying, and I wanna see if it's able to detect that. Wow, so it is making the sound that we put on for baby crying. So you don't get an actual alert, but surprisingly, the one thing that does work is a baby crying. So I've just strangled the baby with an iPhone cord, and then I'm also going to put this open box cutter in its hand, and I wanna see if I get an alert that says like danger or something. Because this really is the worst case scenario. If your baby has any of these two things happening to it, you know you messed up somewhere. Cubo refuses to acknowledge the elephant in the room of my baby being choked and has a blade right next to its ear. So overall, would I recommend the Cubo AI Baby Monitor 3? Absolutely not. Poor Bob's been through so much already. All right, but with that said, let's move on to the next segment. The next AI product we're gonna be reviewing and testing is the Louie robot. So this is a personal companion robot. Basically, you put your phone onto this stand that it comes with, and I think it like follows you around, talks to you, and just acts like your best friend. Let's open this up. I mean, I'm not too bullish on this. I think it was $150, so we'll see what it does for that price point. Probably not much, but let's see what we got. Okay, so when you open it up, you are met with this like Mars rover thing, but it doesn't have notably the interface because you're supposed to get your phone and then put it right on like so. So let's give him a good test. All right, so this is Louie. Louie's officially out of the box. He's my new personal companion, so I'm gonna see what he can do with me. He has some pretty cute eyes, I won't lie. Hey Louie, can you do a 360?
I see what's going on here. Drama time! Watch this for flair.
Okay, that was a 180. That's almost it. You have to turn like the rest of the 180 to complete the 360.
Oops. Technical drama queen moment. Let me fix it. Turning again.
All right, Louie, do whatever you want right now. You're just my companion. Okay, I guess he's coming towards me. That's cute. Don't run me over. Don't run me over. If you run me over, we're not friends anymore. All right, let's restart. I think we got off on the wrong foot. So listen, Louie, I like you. I wanna like you, okay? I purchased you. I spent $150 on you. Look at me. Look at me. We're friends, which means you can't leave me. Yes, you can only come towards me. Here, thumbs up. You can't, I don't want you this close to my personal space. I don't know you like that. I don't like you like that. You're my personal companion. You're not in a relationship with me. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. Yep, good. Keep going. Back up more. No, back. Did he just try to hit me? He just jabbed at me.
Friends forever. Or should I grovel?
This might be the single dumbest AI product I've ever seen in my life. I don't care how much this costs. It could have been $15. You couldn't even pay me to purchase Louie because he is such a waste of space, a waste of technology, and just an overall waste of life.
All right, brace yourself. Sam, I'm very, very, very sad in Chinese. 我非常非常非常难过. I'm going to destroy you in Chinese. 我要毁了你.
What?
The dramatic one now.
But what the? This is why you only buy from the US. Okay, let's try a different AI product. That took a weird turn at the end there. All right, I kid you not, this next AI product that I came across was actually on apple.com. So they have their own crazy, unique AI product that I think at first is completely pointless, but I went ahead and purchased it. It's this Hydrate Spark Pro 2 smart bottle. So for $70, you can get a smart water bottle that apparently tells you when you need to drink to hydrate best, when your water levels are getting low, and a whole bunch more. So like I said, I got it, so I have my hands on it right here. This is what it looks like, the Hydrate Spark Pro 2. It's just this black water bottle that comes with an app on the back that, like I said, will remind you when to drink water, basically. So now we're like gamifying water. The fact that there's like a USB plug in a water bottle is insane to me. Let's open it up and see what this thing looks like. So here's the Hydrate Spark out of the box. I mean, it looks like a normal water bottle, pretty sleek actually. I like the design of this, just nice and black. I like the feel of it too. It has good grip. At the bottom, you'll notice there's this little concave area, and that's where the battery goes. So it's currently charging. I don't know why it needs a battery, but the battery is currently plugged in. So we're charging charging our water bottle, but then we'll ultimately download the app and see what this thing does. So far though, so good. I do like the look of it. So even if it didn't have AI capabilities, it looks pretty decent. This is what I use every day. This is what I currently have, and they're about the same price. So on the app, you can set reminders for how frequent you want it to remind you to drink the water. So right now I have it on 15-minute scheduled intervals. So every 15 minutes, I believe there's gonna be a sound or like a glow that comes out of the bottle. And you can adjust this. You can also put on smart reminders, so it only reminds you when you're behind the pace to meet your water goals. My glows are currently disabled for some reason, maybe because like the battery is too low. So it's kind of annoying. You have to like remember to charge it in order to get your like optimal alert, I suppose. But I guess we'll wait 15 minutes and we're gonna see if it tells me to drink water. Oh, okay. As I was just looking at the app, it actually gave me a reminder to drink now. That was the alert sound. Okay, I think I'm good. So now it registered that I actually drank, what'd I say, 6 to 7 ounces? 6.4 ounces have been drank, and my goal is 98.2 ounces. Not sure how they calculated that. So it's just a great way, I guess, to gamify your water drinking. I know people like to do that with sleep and with other things. Okay, I'll take another sip, jeez. Ugh, they must think I'm really dehydrated. But anyways, it's a really good way to like gamify your hydration. So if you want to get down 100 ounces per day or something, this is a pretty decent bottle that you can ultimately do it with. What was it, 70? Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm at 10 ounces. So they're really, okay. Anyways, this is a really good bottle if you want to ultimately for $70 gamify your water drinking, because a lot of people can't take down a lot of water unless they have constant Oh my gosh. But anyways, this is a great way for you to gamify your water. So if you ultimately want to take down... This is actually pretty ridiculous. Okay, 13.6 ounces now. But anyways, the Hydrate Spark Pro 2 is a really good way to gamify your water intake. So ultimately, if you want to take down a set amount of ounces per day, let's say you're somebody who has difficulty drinking a lot... I'm all out of it. I just drank that entire thing. So I guess this is like a 16 to 20 ounce water bottle. I mean, it's all gone now. So I certainly took it down. But with that said, if you want to gamify your water intake, because a lot of people have issues with getting up to like 64 ounces of water. The next AI product we're gonna be testing is this robot firefighting dog. So it has like a little nozzle on top of it, kind of like Flood from Super Mario Sunshine, that it could basically extinguish fires with. So I think firefighters in China are actually using these in real time to extinguish fires across the country. So I got my hands on one. This thing is super high tech. I think it was like 90 bucks, so actually relatively cheap. I'm gonna show you what it could do, and then I'm gonna light a fire and see if it could help extinguish it. I think his name is Protección. So we'll see if Protección can help us here. So he's on, he's excited, as you can see. Red, white, and blue, because this one is an American one. So let's extinguish some fires. All right, let me show you what he could do though, because he has a whole bunch of controls on here. So the first thing I want to show you is he could sit, because he is a dog. Pretty cool. After this, he could get down. He could even do a handstand. And if you thought that was cool, wait till he dances. All right, get into it, baby. Oh yeah, he's doing the dog. Yeah, baby. And then I'll put him back here. And the last thing he could do, because he's a dog, is urinate. Okay, so here's our setup. We have the pans over here. I'm gonna start him here, and then I guess I'm just gonna have to see if he can put the fire out. It's a pretty low level fire, but I think he's capable of putting out like house fires, so this guy should be good for it. Okay, almost. It's such a small amount of water that I don't think he's actually equipped to put it out. All right, that was a pretty good attempt. Oh, that was a direct hit. Okay, this is his last attempt at putting out the fire. Put it out. Oh, pff. No, wrong. Oh, I'm not even commanding you to... Oh my gosh, there's a fire, quickly get to it. Not too helpful. So now let's say I'm just like having a chat with him at the water cooler, right? Like we have the fire truck out there. Oh, we just got a call, there's a fire. You know what, this AI product is absolute trash. I would not recommend getting the firefighter dog. He belongs in the fire. This next product we're taking a look at might just be the most pointless, stupidest AI product I've ever seen. It's a $350 AI toothbrush. It's called the Oral-B IO Series 10. I don't know what person is buying this. I mean, I technically bought it, but this is what it does. So it has AI that does 3D teeth tracking and position detection. It's also Bluetooth enabled, so you have like an app as you're brushing your teeth, so you can just see your teeth, maybe where like the grit is, or if there's like stains on your teeth. It has 7 different brushing modes, real-time personalized coaching. So let's crack this baby open, see what it looks like, and see if I ultimately wasted $350. Spoiler alert, I did. Even if this thing is great, I did. So here's what the toothbrush looks like docked on its charging port. It's connected to Wi-Fi and everything, and it looks like just a standard toothbrush. It's actually annoying because if you go too much, it falls off because there's a very weak like magnetic pulse here. It has the clock right there, and then you'll see it's charging. So right now it's about 45%, and the toothbrush is on. It has enough juice so we can get going. Now right now this is hooked up to the app, and on the app it shows basically like an outline of my teeth. So I think I just tell it that I want to brush now, and it will guide me through the brush process. All right, here we go. Okay, oh wow. So it actually knows where I'm brushing. It's telling me to increase the pressure. Do I click that? Increase it. So I have to go a little bit harder. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Oh, and then it lightens up and it turns white when it means your teeth are clean in that area. And then if it's blue, that means you still have to keep going. Oh, I won a medal. It's like gamified, literally mid-brush. You won a medal, brush for the first time, next. So my session score there was a 41. So AI rated that brushing a 41. I didn't even use toothpaste. That should be a 0, frankly, but 41, I'll take it. I brushed for 1 minute and 25 seconds. I did 41% of coverage, and I had no overpressure. I was actually under pressure for the entirety of it. So all things considered, it does give you a lot of data. So it's kind of like a Fitbit, you know? It's like, how much am I walking? How much am I doing such a simple thing? It will tell you exactly that. The app also lets you like put in goals and stuff. What's the goal? Brush your teeth twice a day, okay? And then you have a history of your brushing score so you can see your averages throughout. So you basically pay $350 for just tracking for brushing your teeth, which in theory is a good thing, but you can just do this kind of manually just by brushing your teeth. I guess it is nice though. You know you're doing the right amount of pressure, so you're not gonna like kill your gums, I guess. Like there's actually some benefits to it. I'm warming up to the idea of a $350 AI toothbrush. I feel like it should be like $100 though. So not completely pointless. I thought it was gonna be worse than it actually is, but nonetheless, it is what it is. All right, guys, so as expected, some AI products were good, some were bad. Let me know which one was your favorite. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you wanna see more content, be sure to click here, click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.